Good afternoon, Melissa. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. So my name is Neil. I'm going to be responsible for going over the 26.5 with you. I'm just going to cover some of the features, some of the benefits. Hopefully, by the time I get done, you're a little bit more comfortable making a purchase decision today. Sound good?
Sound good.
Fantastic. So I'll just get started first with the features and benefits. Excuse me. All right. So some of the features first, I think, are most important for this particular unit. Really are going to exist to the exterior of the unit. So the first thing I want to cover is the fiberglass outside. So fiberglass exterior is a great feature, and some of the benefits of a feature like this is going to be that it's going to increase the longevity of the unit, the exterior structural integrity of the unit. It's going to be a lot harder to scratch. It's going to be a lot harder to dent. You don't have to worry about water getting into your sidewalls themselves. You don't have to worry about the retention rate of screws. Things are going to be fastened much better. You don't have to worry about holding on to that heat or that cool air that you have inside of that. So this is a great feature, and the benefits on it really are endless. It's giving you the ability to enjoy the comfort of your experience a lot more than otherwise, and it's going to ensure that your investment keeps its value for a much longer period of time as well. Moving on, full length awning. This is another great feature in my personal opinion, and it comes with a whole bunch of great benefits as well. One of the great things is it's going to give you the opportunity to enjoy what that experience is for you over, hey Rambo, go. Excuse my dog. It's going to give you the ability to enjoy this experience over a much larger space, right? So you've got the ability to enjoy that outside tension from length to length of the unit. It's going to cover doors. It's going to cover windows, which is a great thing, right? So that benefit of that additional comfort, that additional ability to enjoy yourself and your company over the course of that weekend, can't say enough about that. Another feature I like to touch on, your electric stabilizers and your electric ton jack. So you're going to have 4 electric stabilizers along the exterior unit. You can kind of see where those are going to be located. And then additionally, you're going to have an electric ton jack as well. So great feature. It's going to save you time. And that's a benefit that you can't say enough about, right? If you're saving time, it means that time that you're saving is more time that you can spend enjoying with your family, your friends, your significant other, yourself, what have you. Save time is a great benefit. Can't say enough about that. Moving on, we've got solar on board with this unit as well, which is to say we've got a solar panel. That's going to be mounted on your roof, and we've got a charge controller that's going to be inside on the same wall as the rest of your necessary electronics, or what's going to manage your slides, what's going to manage your lights, hot water heater, etc. Solar is a great feature just because it gives you the ability to do more and more places, right? It's going to keep that power to your lights, to your fridge, to your slides, to your hot water heater, to your furnace, and all without having to be directly plugged in to some actual power source. As long as you've got a battery that's fully charged and that solar panel is ensuring that energy from the sun can get to that battery in the proper fashion, you're always going to have the ability to run the large majority of this unit. Again, it's going to give you the great added benefit of just being able to do more things in more places, which again, that's the type of value that I feel like you can't speak on enough. Last but not least, this is another really important thing as far as I'm concerned, and something I always like to touch on. It's going to be the dual axles on the unit. So a lot of people are going to speak to you, or a lot of people will mention amongst those who camp being concerned about blowing a tire, which does happen upon occasion. God forbid it should happen to you. Should it happen though, however, it's a lot better that you have a dual axle system. You got 4 of those tires. If one does happen to go, you've still got some support. It's going to decrease the likelihood that you're going to be riding literally on the edge of that unit. It's going to be dragging that down the highway. So having that second axle is going to give you the added benefit of having a much greater peace of mind than you might have otherwise. Also, another benefit I'd like to touch on is the amount of comfort that you're going to get while you are pulling a unit that has two axles as opposed to one. Twice the shock absorption. Um, you're going to be seeing a level of comfort that is much different in a double axle unit versus just a single axle unit. So those are just a couple of the features and the benefits of this particular unit, Melissa. I think it's a great fit for you. I think it's a great fit for the family. Are we ready to make a purchase decision today?
I have a couple questions. I was shopping around with the same layout, and I saw a camper that was like $5,000 less. I think it was aluminum siding though on it. What's the difference with that?
So I hear that a lot, and you're absolutely right. A unit with the same layout in aluminum, you can find is going to be much less expensive. That being said, however, I think that there's a lot of value in the fiberglass, even keeping in mind the difference in price. Right? That structural integrity that I spoke on earlier is something that you can't say enough about. Not having to worry about the dents, not having to worry about the cracks, not having to worry about the scratches, ensuring that the unit is going to be much easier to clean. These are all things that I feel like make up for that difference in value.
Okay. And should I be worried about with the dual axle with my vehicle being able to pull it with the extra weight? Or?
That's a great thing to keep in mind. That second axle is absolutely going to make things a lot heavier. However, I took some time, communicated with the dealership where you actually got your vehicle from, gave them your VIN number, gave them some of the specs for the transmission, your gear ratios, so we could figure out what you were actually capable of hauling. It looks like that particular vehicle that you have has got a payload of about 10,000 pounds, and this unit fully loaded is probably only going to be about 7,500 pounds, even with that second axle, right? So we're talking fully loaded people, water, gear. You're only looking at about 7,500 pounds total, which of the 10,000 pound max means that you're only sitting at about 75%, which is a great place for you to be. Typically, I try to keep people below 80% of what that max tow ratio is.
Okay, sounds good.
So, I think that I answered any objections that we had today. I think that I've got us a unit that has the type of features and benefits that are going to ensure that your needs are being met as far as what you communicated to me when you got to the dealership. So, should we be figuring out financing for the unit? Should we be figuring out what the delivery date is for the unit? Is that kind of the place that we can move to at this point?
Yeah, I think so.
Fantastic. All right. So, I was hoping that you would say yes to that today. So, I took the liberty of drawing up a sales agreement for us. It's got a few things on here. It's going to have the camper itself, a little bit of a description of the camper, fiberglass, length, weight, etc. It's that 26 PH5 that we spoke about. Got that sale price listed right here of that $20,000 and some of the additional expenses that are going to come with the purchase of the unit. Tax, title, our dealer fee, and ultimately what will be a discount for you. Really did enjoy working with you on this process. You were great customers, and I felt like maybe it wouldn't hurt to throw in an additional gazebo or something for us on the outside. So we're giving you a discount of about $150, which should allow you to make a purchase like that. And I've got it scheduled for a delivery date of Christmas. Is that acceptable?
Yeah, that works. That works.
Perfect. Melissa, thank you very much for your time. I look forward to talking to you in the future. You'll get a phone call and an email from me in short order.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.